The domestic cat is a master of subtle communication, a creature that operates within a complex web of olfactory signatures and territorial boundaries that most humans fail to perceive. While the world often misinterprets these feline masters as aloof or emotionally distant, the truth is far more profound. Within the sanctuary of your home, an intricate social hierarchy is constantly at play, and if your cat has ever performed specific, deliberate rituals, you are no longer just a provider of sustenance or a casual acquaintance. You have been elevated to the status of a chosen one, an inner circle VIP in a world where trust is the rarest currency. This induction into their secret society begins with the architecture of trust and the physical marking of your very soul. Consider the moment your cat approaches you, lowers their head, and delivers a firm, rhythmic press against your shin or forehead. This is not a casual greeting. It is a sophisticated biological event known as bunting. To the uninitiated, it might seem like a simple plea for attention, but in the language of the apex predator, it is a high honor induction ceremony. Cats possess specialized sebaceous glands, located in their cheeks, chin, and forehead, that secrete complex pheromones. When they push their face into yours, they are performing a scent-blending ritual that effectively integrates you into their personal identity. In the wild, this behavior is reserved for the pride, the social group that shares a collective scent to distinguish friend from foe. By marking you, they are declaring to the world that you belong to them, transforming you from a separate entity into a vital extension of their own territory. It is a beautiful act of possessive love that says you are officially family. Furthermore, this sense of belonging extends beyond your physical person and into the physical geography of the home. Cats are inherently territorial beings who view their environment as a series of concentric circles of security. Most cats have a sanctum sanctorum, a sunny windowsill, a high shelf, or a hidden box where they retreat to process the world in solitude. This is their safe spot, a fortress where they are the absolute authority. Under normal circumstances, these areas are off-limits to others, serving as a private refuge from the stresses of the domestic environment. However, if your cat makes a deliberate effort to guide you to this inner sanctum, you have witnessed a rare breach of feline protocol. Leading you to their favorite place is an invitation to share in their deepest sense of security. They are effectively saying that their peace is incomplete without your presence. This behavior signifies that they no longer view you as an intruder in their kingdom, but as a co-ruler who is worthy of entering the most vulnerable corners of their world. It is a massive psychological shift, where the cat moves from maintaining a boundary to inviting a partnership, a clear sign that you have been marked as truly special. The biological bond between a feline and their chosen human is perhaps most vividly illustrated through the lens of physical vulnerability and the suspension of predatory instincts. For a creature that prides itself on autonomy and total control over its kinetic environment, the act of being held is a profound psychological concession. In the wild, a cat that loses its contact with the ground is a cat that has lost its ability to escape, defend itself, or hunt. When you scoop your feline companion into your arms, you are effectively suspending them in a state of total reliance. If they remain calm, lean their weight into your palms, or begin the rhythmic vibration of a purr, they are offering a massive vote of trust that overrides millions of years of evolutionary hardwiring. This behavior indicates that they view your hands not as a trap, but as a secure foundation. They have calculated that their safety is guaranteed by your presence, a level of comfort that is only granted to those they deem truly special. This trust transcends the waking hours and manifests in a complex display of midnight security rituals. Cats are crepuscular hunters, wired for high-alert activity during the low light of dawn and dusk, yet they spend up to 16 hours a day in varying stages of sleep. Because sleep is the ultimate state of vulnerability, a cat is meticulously selective about where they choose to close their eyes. When they choose to drape themselves across your chest or curl into the crook of your legs, they are identifying you as their ultimate safe harbor. In their mind, your rhythmic breathing and steady heartbeat serve as a biological anchor. Furthermore, You may notice your cat acting as a silent sentinel at the foot of your bed, watching the door while you remain unconscious. This is not merely a search for warmth, it is a display of sentinel behavior where the cat takes on the role of a guardian. They recognize that you are vulnerable while you sleep, and by standing guard, they are protecting a vital member of their pride. Perhaps the most iconic and frequently misinterpreted sign of this special status is the belly flop. In the anatomy of a feline, the abdomen is the most precarious region, housing all vital organs without the protection of a rib cage. In the savage reality of the natural world, exposing this area is an invitation for a fatal strike. Therefore, a cat will only show their belly to an entity they trust with their very life. When your cat rolls over to reveal that soft, fluffy expanse, they are performing a trust fall of the highest order. While many humans mistake this as a universal invitation for a belly rub, it is more accurately a silent declaration of absolute security. They are communicating that in your presence, the need for a defensive posture has completely vanished. They are essentially telling you that they feel so safe in your care that the very idea of a threat has become an impossibility. This level of emotional transparency is the hallmark of a cat that has marked you as their favorite human. This profound connection eventually culminates in a return to the language of kittenhood, where the boundaries between species dissolve into a shared social bond. In the feline world, a behavior known as allogrooming, the act of cats grooming one another, serves to strengthen communal ties and reinforce a shared group scent. When your cat transition from standard play into a session of gentle nibbling, they are engaging in a sophisticated social ritual often referred to as love bites. These light-controlled nips are a direct mimicry of the grooming behaviors they experienced with their mothers and littermates. By applying this behavior to you, they are effectively categorizing you as a member of their original family. It is a deeply personal gesture that requires immense precision. They must apply just enough pressure to communicate affection without triggering a predatory response. This strange, tactile language is a testament to the depth of their devotion, proving that they view you as more than a mere provider, but as a biological peer. The legacy of this connection is built on 1,000 small moments of recognition. When a cat chooses to follow you from room to room or waits by the door for your return, they are acknowledging that your presence is the defining feature of their territory. They are not simply seeking a resource, they are seeking the comfort of your specific energy. This bond is a rare bridge between two very different worlds, one of human complexity and one of feline instinct. To be the chosen one of a cat is to be granted a glimpse into a world of silent loyalty and ancient rhythms. It is an honor that is earned through patience, respect, and an understanding of their unique love language. When you see these 7 signs, you are witnessing the blossoming of a relationship that is as scientifically fascinating as it is emotionally rewarding. You have been granted the ultimate feline promotion, from a mere human to a permanent resident of their heart. To look into the eyes of a cat who has chosen you is to see a reflection of a fragile yet devoted heart. This bond, forged in the fires of trust and tempered by time, is one of the most profound connections a human can experience. If your cat shows you these signs, cherish them, for you have been invited into a sanctuary of unconditional love. Thank you for joining us at Cute Cat Class. If you found this exploration into the feline soul enlightening, please like this video, share your own cat stories in the comments, and subscribe to join our growing pride. Until next time, give your special companion a little extra love today. They have already decided you are worth it.